Use algebra to solve. Now, the question starts with 7 plus 2 sine x equals 4 sine x plus 5. You want to solve for x. X is inside of sine. Whenever you're trying to solve for x inside of sine, you would first need to get sine by itself. So we just have to do some work combining some like terms. I could subtract 5 on both sides. Would you agree that you would get 2 on the left-hand side? I could subtract 2 sine x on both sides. And I would get 2 sine x on the other side. Then how would I get sine x by itself? Divide both sides by 2. You get sine x equals 1. Is that on your unit circle? Yes. When? When is sine x equal to 1? Pi over 2. It's a y-coordinate, pi over 2. So we write pi over 2 because that's where our brain is going, and then we look at the question, are we in radians or degrees? Oh, degrees. So we shouldn't have pi over 2. What should we have instead of pi over 2? 90 degrees. Perfect. Then we read the question again and say, is that the domain that they wanted? Does that fit in the domain? No. 90 degrees is right, but they want us to solve it from negative 360 to 0. That's once around in the negative direction. I put a line through that again. What angle am I actually looking for? Negative 270. Perfect. You're going to find yourself doing this often, solving between 0 and 360 or 0 and 2 pi first, then having to go back and check and make adjustments to your answer. Sometimes you did it in radians, oh, it was in degrees. Sometimes you did it in the 0 to 360, and this was negative 360 to 0. Yeah, that's A. We haven't finished A yet.
But it's like 7 plus 2 is 4.
Okay, but we have like terms. How do I put these together? Can you see that I could subtract 5 on both sides? Oh, yeah. And then these ones are like terms. I could subtract 2 sine x on both sides. And then get sine x by itself. So, in fact, up till now, there's nothing different with question 1a to a question you would have gotten grade 11. There's no grade 12 topics yet in this question. You solved the same question in grade 11. Oh, negative 360 to 0 you didn't. You would have done to 0 to 360 in grade 11. And now it also says write the general solution. So for our general solution, how do we find a general solution? We take our answer from 0 to 360, which was 90 degrees. You add, well, normally you add 2k pi, but that's in radians. What are we going to add if it's in degrees? K times 360, where k is an integer. So we take our answer from 0 to 360. In this case, we only had 1, right? Only 90 degrees. And add k times 360. Now, let's say you do this answer, and then you turn to the back of the book to check out what the answer in the textbook is, and the textbook writes this as the answer. So now you're feeling all bad. What did I do wrong? Nothing. Your answer's right. What did the textbook do wrong? Nothing. Textbook's answer is right. Can you see that both of those answers mean the same thing? Okay? They're both right. Okay? I like using the answer from the first positive time around and adding k times 360. But if you use the other one, the textbook likes to use whatever answer you got in the previous part to figure it out. So either is fine. Part B. Whoa, that didn't work. For For part B, use algebra to determine the solution of the equation cos 3x equals -1. First of all, do you recognize this as a multi-revolution question? Yeah. And if you have a multi-revolution question, how do we do multi-revolution questions? We first, okay, we have a choice. It says first over the set of real numbers. Can you also see that that's a general solution question? And the other day I taught you two methods for the general solution of a multi-revolution question. Want to start with method 2? Okay. If you are solving a general solution for multi-revolution, method 2 said first solve the general solution for 3x. We solve a general solution by finding out where is cos equal to -1 from 0 to 2 pi. Just at pi. Anywhere else? No. So you go pi plus 2k pi, where k is an integer. Nope. General solution, find your answer between the method 2, find your answer between 0 and 2 pi, and add 2k pi. Then, that's your general solution for 3x. Your general solution for x, what would you have to do to get x by itself? Divide everything by 3. That's your general solution. That has all of your answers. Once you have your general solution, you can find, because it says now, find your solutions between 0 and -2 pi. First of all, k can be any integer. Can you see that if k is 1, or if k is 0, you'd get pi over 3 when k is 0? Is pi over 3 between 0 and -2 pi? No. Can you tell me a k value that would give you an answer between 0 and -2 pi? 0 doesn't work because that gives you pi over 3. -1, right? 0 doesn't work. Try -1. If I did -1, I would get pi over 3 minus 2 pi over 3. Common denominator already, I can subtract. And I get -pi over 3. Are there more? Well, we could try, what's the next number we could try? If k is -2, and I plug in -2 for k, I'm going to get minus 4 pi over 3. That will give me -3 pi over 3. Is that between 0 and -2 pi? It is. What about if k equals -3? Pi over 3 minus 6 pi over 3. That'll give me -5 pi over 3. Is that between 0 and -2 pi? It is. Sure hope there's not 500 of these. If k is equal to -4, we'd have pi over 3 minus 8 pi over 3, which would be -7 pi over 3. And that one's too far, so we only have those 3 answers. Good. So that was using method 2, where you find the general solution directly. And then we used our general solution to find our answers. If we wanted to find our answers using method 1, using method 1, that's where you took your regular domain. So here, we have that x was between negative 2 pi and 0. So where would 3x's be between? Negative 6 pi and 0. And then you solve for 3x. Well, when is cos equal to negative 1? Somebody said pi, but pi's not in here. What's the first answer between negative 6 pi and 0? Negative pi. Oh, and there's thank you. Love it when they do that. Perfect. So we get negative pi. That's one time around. How many times around are we going in the negative direction? 3 times around, right? So the next one would be negative 3 pi, 2 times around. On the third time around, you would get negative 5 pi. And then solving for x, divide everyone by 3. You like method 1 better? Okay. So then you get all of your solutions that way. All right, try questions 4, 8, and 9.